I know a lot of you have been wanting to start your spiritual business for months, maybe even years, maybe even a decade. Maybe you start and you stop and it never really gets off the ground. So let's pretend that you have to start your spiritual business within the next 48 hours. Now, I'm recording this on a Friday, so I am going to pretend that we have the weekend to start our spiritual business and that by the time Monday comes around, the spiritual business needs to be a thing. So we are moving from the phase of I'm starting my business to I have a business over the course of 48 hours. And if you have been procrastinating on starting your spiritual business, I want you to really look at this as something that you can do to get your business off the ground. Now, of course, there is a bigger conversation to be had around how to have clients consistently and how to set up your business in such a way where you are making reliable income from it. But you need to first get to the point where you have a business in the first place. And so let's just get all of that straightened out right now. So the first thing that you want to do, if you have to start your business in 48 hours, and for the sake of this, we're going to pretend that you really have to start it in 48 hours, you need to come up with one service that is very easy for you to deliver. And just pick one. It doesn't have to be the perfect one. It doesn't have to be the one that you do forever. When I first started, I was a tarot reader, and my very first thing was a 3-card pull. It was a 10-minute video that the person would order. It was $10. They would send me $10. They would get a 10-minute video. And in that video, I would pull 3 cards and I would kind of elaborate on the reading for them. And that was it. And then from there, as people were booking those 3-card pulls, then they wanted to have a Zoom call with me, like an hour-long reading session. So then I came up with, okay, I have another service. I have an hour-long session, right? And then it grew from there, and I had a tarot course, and then everything kind of like established itself. But the first decision I had to make was like, what is going to be my first service and how can I make it as easy as possible for myself? So recording a 10-minute video just like in my room, and then I could put that as an unlisted YouTube video, and I sent them the link via email, and that was it. For me, that was very doable. So I know that you probably have a million different services that you want to offer and workshops that you want to do and retreats and events and all these things, but in order to just have a business, all you need is one thing, and I recommend making it the easiest thing that you could possibly do. So maybe some of you are going to steal that idea and just make your first service a 10-minute video of some kind, or, depending on what you do and what your skill set is, just come up with something that's incredibly easy for you to deliver. So that's your first thing. What is your one service that is incredibly easy for you to deliver? And I hope you're making these decisions with me as I am talking. I don't want you to spend the next 3 years telling yourself that you're starting a business. I want you to actually do it. So do this with me. Have a notebook out and write down, like, my service is blank, and just write down as you go along. You can pause this video if you need to, but figure out your service and then let's price it together. Pricing, for the sake of starting a business in 48 hours, is going to be very easy. What is the price that you genuinely can get behind? What is the price that you would pay for something? What is the price that you think the average person who values your work, not the person who doesn't believe in it, not the person who doesn't think it matters or doesn't believe that your work is real, but like someone who really would honor the work, what's the price that they would pay? So like I said, I had my 10-minute video and it was $10. And for me, that was just so easy. I felt comfortable sending that out to everyone. I was posting about it on my personal Facebook page, and my friends from high school and their moms were booking this $10 thing, but I had a business, right? So it's not like you need to go super high ticket. I have another video where I outline a deeper strategy for creating a sustainable business, and I talk more about being willing to create higher ticket experiences, and I will actually make sure that I link that video down below this one so that if you want to look more into that strategy, you can. But we're starting a business in 48 hours. We have to have this business up and running by Monday, and so price it in a way that feels super easy, where you can go out and just feel comfortable telling everyone that this is a thing. And the reason I say don't think about the person who doesn't believe in your work or who doesn't know the value of it is because for them, they're not going to want to pay anything and you're going to get in your head. Like there are people who don't believe in tarot, for example. I'm thinking about my past self who was doing tarot. There's people who don't believe in tarot, and so they're not going to pay a penny for a tarot reading because that's not something that they believe is worth money. But someone who's like, I want a reading, I'm looking for some guidance. Oh, this is $10, easy, perfect. And they're going to do it, right? I'm not saying your price has to be $10. Your price could be $500. But you have to think about yourself and think about what is going to be an easy price where I could feel comfortable just going and telling people, I do this and this is the price, right? And so come up with your price. You can steal $10 if you need to, but just come up with your price. So you have your service written down, you have your price written down, and then the next thing that you need to do is market. And so all marketing is telling people that you do this thing and making it clear how they can sign up for it. Imagine that you want to get it in front of 100 people. For some of you, that will feel easy if you already, let's say you already post a lot and you already have followers online, or you have a big network, a big social network. For some of you, that might feel impossible. Now, the reason I'm saying 100 people is because I want you to really focus on putting it out there over the next 48 hours. I don't want you to just tell one person. I want you to just consistently be asking yourself, who else can I tell? Who else can I tell? How can I get this out there? How can I get this out there? And push yourself to come up with different ideas. And so are you in different group chats that you can post? Do you have some kind of personal online presence? Even regardless of posting, are there people in your life? Are you going to a party this weekend or later today or whatever? Are you going to a dinner? Are you going to be hanging out with somebody? And can you just mention it to them? Hey, I just started my business and this is what I sell, right? And it's $10 and it's $30 and it's whatever. And if you know anyone who's interested, feel free to let me know. And can you just have it out there circulating, just spreading the word so that over the next 48 hours, 100 people have heard about this thing. Even if by the end of the 48 hours, it's not 100 yet, you will have reached more people by trying to go for 100. And so you can also think about it like, let's see how close I can get. Maybe I can't get to 100, but I'm going to try to get to 100. And if I get to 70 or if I get to 50, then that's way more people than I would have gotten to otherwise. So it's not about, beating yourself up if you don't get there, but it's about pushing yourself and seeing like, what can you come up with if you really go for those 100 people? And I will say, if you want ideas for how to market, if you're like looking at me like, I have no idea how I would get this in front of 100 people, I actually have a marketing cheat sheet that is completely free. It's available for you to download. It's a PDF that just explains a bunch of different marketing strategies for how to get your spiritual business out there in front of people. So if you need ideas for how to market your spiritual business, definitely check out that free marketing cheat sheet, and I will make sure that that is linked down below as well. That's what I would do if I had to establish a spiritual business in 48 hours, a very easy service or product, a very easy price point that I feel comfortable telling everyone about. Do not make it free, actually charge, but make it something where you could tell as many people as possible and you wouldn't feel uncomfortable, because again, there's more work that you need to do down the line to practice charging higher amounts of money. So an easy price that you feel comfortable telling everybody, and then try to get it in front of 100 people. If you do that, you have a business, because there's people in the world who know what you do and they know how to sign up and work with you. And that's what a business really is. A business isn't having the perfect website. A business isn't having a million different products that are all, perfectly suited to your dream ideal client. A business isn't making millions of dollars a year. Those things come later if that's what you want. But a business at the end of the day is, I am in the world doing this work and there's people who know about it and who are interested and who are paying me. And then you can move on to the more advanced things of like really establishing it and getting it to be your career and creating sustainable income. But this is the first step. Now, as your business grows, you're going to want more support. I actually offer spiritual business coaching. I have a group called the Thriving Healer Collective, which is where we really work on hitting your income goals in your spiritual business and growing your spiritual business to make the amount of money that you want to make. So whether you want to go full time in your spiritual business, this is where we really do the work to create that consistent stream of clients that you need. So if that's what you're interested in, you can go ahead and book a coaching consultation down below. That's a free call where we get to know each other, and you can ask me any questions you have about working with me as a coach. And then I also have some questions for you just to get to know more about you and your business and where you're at. And it is a really beautiful hour. It will be the best hour of your week. So that is going to be available down below. And then finally, if you've made it this far in the episode, you should know that I have a podcast with over 170 episodes now. It is called the U 2.0 podcast, and on there I have episodes about growing a spiritual business. I also have episodes about manifestation, about healing, and really just about becoming the version of yourself that you have always wanted to be. So if you are on a journey of growth, if you are creating changes in your life, that podcast is going to be the perfect next step for you. So you can go ahead and search the U 2.0 podcast. It's on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and you will find over 170 episodes to dig into over there. Okay, I love you so much, and I will see you again very soon in another video. Mwah. Take care and good luck getting your business set up. Let me know how it goes in the comments.